It's at the very bottom. Very
No. These are for me and Jamie.
Hey Johnson, I got something funny to tell you.
hold on a minute. I'm making a video.
Yeah,
Okay, guys. The first part will be evaluating. All right, the first part will be evaluating piecewise functions graphically. Now remember, this is an x value. Okay, and all you got to do is go find this number on the x-axis. Okay, there it is. All right, now it can either be defined by a closed dot or a function line. Okay, so now if I go down, if I find this number on the x-axis, go down here to where it's defined. That's where it's defined, right? Now, so that coordinate where it goes through there is -2, -9, or -8, excuse me, -8.
Right.
So now, the answer to this one is the y value. Guys, I'm making a video. All right. Okay, looking at the next one, we're doing the same thing. Now, I want to try this one because find this number on the x-axis.
Do we have that paper?
You don't have that paper, no. This I just use this for the video. You can these are going in order of what you have though.
I left my pick in the cafeteria.
Damn.
My two pink picks.
Go ahead, man. That's fine. All right, guys. Okay, so here's that number on the x-axis. Now remember, you can look anywhere on this vertical line to see where it's defined. All right. Now, first of all, that open dot falls on that vertical line of x equals 3. Okay, that's undefined, so you don't want to use that if you don't. You do not want to use that coordinate. Okay, so go and see anywhere else on this vertical line that's defined. There it is. There's a closed dot. Okay, that coordinate is 3, 5. All right, so the answer there would be 5. So make sure, I know this coordinate here, make sure you know that's undefined, okay? I know that coordinate is 3, -3. If you would put that as an answer, 3, -3, it would not be correct. If you put undefined, it wouldn't be correct because this one's up here and it is defined on that same vertical line. Now, say this wasn't here. If that wasn't there, and it asks you f of 3, then you would have to tell it's undefined, okay? Because this is undefined. That's the only place where it goes through that x equals 3 line, so that would be undefined. But since you have that closed dot here, it's just the y value of that coordinate, okay? All right, the next part is evaluating piecewise algebraically. Okay. One thing about this test, y'all, I didn't see it on the test we're using as a whole. So you do not have to graph piecewise. It's just evaluating. So that's good because a lot of y'all struggle with graphing piecewise. Okay. Guys, first of all, you need to find out which domain this number fits into. Okay, so now we'll call this domain 1, domain 2, and domain 3. All right. Notice this number's in 2 domains. Okay. What you want to look for is the one that has the equal to inequality. Okay, which is here. If it's in 2, look for your equal sign. Now, remember, all you're going to do here is go to the function directly to the left. Take the x out. And plug the number they give you into where the x was. So I took this x out here. I'm just going to plug it in for the x there. That gives me -8. If you don't know, like, as far as if you're not sure about negatives and all that, so just put it in Desmos and it'll give you what the number is. This number. Okay, for this one, looking at this x value, notice it shows up here and here. Well, the problem is this one's not equal to, this one's not equal to. So what that means is that -1 is not included in these two domains. Okay? So if you don't see this little part here, that means that number does not fit in that domain. It's x values less than -1 or x values greater than -1 here. So that being said, since you do not have an equal sign in your inequalities, undefined. Does everybody understand why it's undefined? Because the number they give you, -1, it's in two domains, but it does not have an equal to. It doesn't have an equal to here or here. So what that means, -1 is not included in that domain, okay? Because it don't have an equal to.
So undefined.
It's undefined.
Undefined would be the answer.
Undefined. Guys, just remember that. Just it's all about the equal to. Remember, absolute value, it didn't really matter a whole lot, but with piecewise it did. It does matter. If you don't know why this is undefined, you need to let me explain it to you. Okay? Okay, last one of these type. Okay, so this x value that they give you fits in the domain x values less than 1. Okay, because -1 is less than 1. So it fits into that domain. So that means I'm going to, where the x is in that function, I'm going to plug in, so where that x was, I plugged in this number. All right. If we're not sure about our integer signs, we can plug that in the calculator. I got a lot of stuff going on right here. All right, so okay, so what that's saying is, guys, after I plug the -1 in here, that gives me an output of -1, which is the answer. Do y'all remember these type? So, all right, guys, some of these, what I did with the ones is multiple choice. You're going to have two linear, which we learned how to do linear inversions, right? Taking an inverse. Let me show you, because there's going to be one cubic function like this. Let me show you without knowing how to do it in Desmos, okay? Lord of mercy. Hello? I do. Yes, sir. Cameron and Preston. Will y'all go to the seminar room with y'all's Chromebooks? I'm videotaping this, so you're not going to.
Put your Chromebooks, nothing else.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Wait, where's the sum reading? Oh, wait, never mind.
It's down the end of going towards the new gym. Okay, so guys, remember all functions reflect over y equals x. There's your y equals x line. All right, now if you go to functions, if you don't remember this tomorrow, I can show you. You go to functions, down at the bottom is number theory. You're going to click the one where you can put the 3 as the root. Okay, so there is the original function. That's this. That's that one. Okay. Now guys, what we're trying to find is one of these that matches or reflects over the y equals x line, which is the red line. All right. So now, first of all, some of them you can you may be able to eliminate. What's this thing on? There it is. Okay, guys. First of all, if this is x cubed, see if you notice in option C, that's an x squared. I know that that's not going to work because guys, this root and this power is going to have to be the same because 2 has nothing to do. Does everybody see that 2 here and that 2 here? Those have. If you got a 3 here, you're not going to have a 2 in your answer as a power. So that's process of elimination. So now it's got to be one of these answers for A or B. Okay, so now you're going to do y equals or y equals x cubed divided by 2. Okay, guys, notice that the green line, if I turn the purple line off, the green line and the blue line do not meet on my line of reflection. Notice they're off just a little bit. But look at the purple line. Notice how they meet on the line of reflection. They meet here, here, and here. That means that they will reflect over that line. Okay? That's what that means. All right? So that being said, the one that reflects over the line, as you can tell, if you go back to the original, that won't fold over and land on itself. Okay? So that being said, let me go back.
Do like reflections and like stuff like that?
No, that's math 2.
Alright.
Yeah, that's only math 2. So the answer there would be A. Guys, you need to look for the one that is reflecting across the line where it can flip over itself. A lot of times if you see it and it doesn't, and all the points where they cross isn't on the line of reflection, see how that one is, right? You can tell, go ahead. You can tell that is going to reflect over that line, okay? And you have 3 points where they cross this on the line of reflection. That's
What? I was gonna say, do we have a sheet that we're supposed to write that on?
You've got I'm making a video of this. You have a note card up here.
So we'll have the video to look at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'll watch that.
Okay. Now, guys, this is just finding the intercept. Excuse me, not the intercept. The inverse of a linear. Now, remember, there's 2 steps we start with. We change this to y and swap x and y's position. So it's going to be x equals. That's steps 1 and 2. All right. Now, we're going to get y by itself again. So we're going to add 14. Get rid of that constant first. All right, guys. Remember, there's two ways of doing this. I showed we did the two-step part instead of the multiplying by the reciprocal. So we're just going to stick with that. To get rid of the 2, I need to multiply it on both sides. And what that does, that clears off the 2 here. All right. So what that's going to leave me with, I'm going to distribute that. 2x plus 28. Don't forget to just put parentheses around, if you got a 2 term like that, parentheses around it and distribute it, okay? Divide by -1. So now, y is by itself. Y equals now, of course, you'll already have that, but if I was doing it by on paper, I would have to go back and put f inverse of x equals. Only thing you'll probably type in the blank is just this will already be here. You'll just have to type that in. Everybody remember how to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. These are the ones we did yesterday. Guys, remember, all you got to do here is find points on the line. Here's your original. Remember, this is just y equals x here. Guys, if you're asleep, I think you're doing yourself a disservice. You're getting good rest, but you're sleeping on the review. All right, now, so looking at this original function, okay, it goes through a coordinate point here, here, got to have 5 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, I chose those points because they go, if you look at your gray grid marks in the back, it goes directly through a grid mark. That's the reason I choose those. If it goes halfway through like this one, that's not doing any good. You don't know what that coordinate is. Okay? So now, this one is -3, -9. This one is, that's -4, -9. -4, -9. -3, -5. -2, -1. -1, 3. 0, 7. Okay. Now, if this is f of x, original, then f inverse is simple. It's just flipping them. 7, 0, 3, -1, -1, -2, -5, -3, and -9, -4. And guys, remember, all I did is flip the coordinate. Don't flip the signs. Don't change the signs or anything. Okay? All I'm doing is changing the positions of x and y. Okay? I'm not going to graph this because it's not going to do anything, but it's just going to be, it'll be a jumbled up mess. So all I had to do there was flip the coordinates. That was what we did yesterday. Okay? I got 4 minutes left. Okay, number 15, let me see. Oh yeah, guys, there is a part on there, and you'll see it on review, that reviews the absolute value stuff. You can use Desmos on it. Okay? So let me go over these real quick. You'll always have some kind of review that reviews something we've done in the past at the end. All right, so guys, I'd pay attention to this because this has been a few minutes. So what you're going to do is y equals absolute value x minus 9. That's the first row, okay? All right, and then in the second row, remember you're going to, if it's an inequality, you're going to put the inequality that you have. Okay, so get your numbers. So my numbers there are 2 and 16. Now I'm just writing these here so I'll remember what my numbers are. Now, guys, if you remember, if the two numbers, you once you find that, look and see what's in the shaded region. Well, in the shaded region on mine are the two legs. Okay, so if it's the two legs, this is the OR problem. Remember that? That's the OR problem. So what that's going to be is x less than the small number. So guys, if it's like this, it's going to be x less than small. Does everybody remember that? That's how you write those. Okay. All right. Real quick, that one's the same. Let me show you what it looks like when you're when it's less than. Now notice the legs are not shaded this time. It is the V shape. So if the V shape is the V is shaded, it is small number, large number. So pretty simple. It's less than x, less than. My small number on here is 5. Large number on where it crosses is 13. You won't have to do these by hand. You can do them on Desmos. Okay.
So this will be on the test where you can use Desmos?
Yeah, these are not. These are all Desmos problems. Yep. Guys, with this one, what I would do, I ain't got but a few seconds left. What I would do, you're going to have to graph these. With these right here, it says graph the equation shown below by transforming the given graph of the parent function. This is what I would do. I would just graph what they give me. Now guys, remember, unless, which you won't have, I don't think you'll have these, but unless your A value, you have an A value out here, it won't change the slope of your lines. Okay? The only thing it did, look at your vertex. My vertex went from 0, 0 to now it's at 0, -2, right? That's all it did, went down 2. That's what the -2 is here. Remember, that's the vertical, and this is the horizontal. So now all you do, keep the same slope. Let Desmos graph it for you, okay? And remember, you can get it. If you can't remember, I can help you with the table. But if you're not sure where your dots go, just get you a table, and you can plot your points from your table. Okay. Okay. All right. These are a little bit out of order. Does everybody remember how to do the equations of absolute value? These was the easy ones. Okay. Now, all right, guys, remember, all you do is go where they cross, the V, your absolute value, and your, go see where they cross.
Yeah.
And now these are just going to be two numbers, x equals, and remember the y values are irrelevant. You don't need those. Okay. Guys, what I would do, if this review is not due till Monday, so what I would do is go through each section, see what you know how to do without help or whatever, okay? And then, because you got plenty of time to finish it, just know how to do each thing, because your test grade is usually about 20 times heavier than a single classwork grade, okay? But I'm going to post this. Remember, once again, on these problems, just graph those. Just graph those, because I know this one, like if I graph this one, it's going to look like this. It's going to scoot the vertex over. Remember, it's opposite of what you have. X minus 3, you think it's going to move it left, but it actually moves it right, and then you're still going to have the same slope. But all you got to do is put it in Desmos, and it'll graph it for you. Okay. All the absolute value stuff is all calculated. You don't really have to do nothing by hand or anything. All right, I'm going to let you have the rest of the time. Guys, make sure that you have a note card, right? And put anything you want on front and back that you want to use for the test. All right? The only thing else that's going to be on the test that's not on the review is what we did yesterday with the tables. And they're going to be there'll be simple stuff. It won't be nothing like crazy. Yeah. It won't be nothing real crazy. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me pause. Let me stop this.